but not a hair of your head will perish. By your endurance you will gain your souls. The gospel of our Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Christ.
You may be seated. Hearing these words from Jesus, I just want Matt and Jennifer to know she's going to be fine. You know, we don't have to worry about her being hated, reviled, persecuted. I don't think you guys are going to betray her or by any chance. But today's text is an important one. It's an important one to think about because it brings about the question of, you know, Jesus died, Jesus was raised, but Jesus said he was going to come back. When's he going to come back? That's what the disciples are wondering from Jesus. When are you coming back? The easy answer, the annoying answer, is it's not a question we need to concern ourselves with. In fact, Jesus goes out of his way to say, no, people are going to be trying to say, oh, I'm the second coming of Christ. Or, you know, I found it, I read my Bible, I looked at everything going on in the world, and November 24th at 8 a.m., the world's going to end. And then November 24th, 8 a.m. comes by. What hasn't happened yet? The world's still here, and they go, oh, I did my math wrong. It must be the next week. This is the stuff Jesus is getting at. He said, don't worry about when I come back. It's not going to be immediate. So don't worry about it. Now, for Christian churches, it can seem like the end is coming nearer than we think so, as we watch the dwindling numbers and attendance. It's true that currently we live in a post-church society, especially in the United States. Almost a post-God society, a society which doesn't really find much meaning or purpose in believing in a God because I got enough stuff on my plate than to add that with it. And that's why we're called for perseverance, persistence, strength. That's what Jesus gets at the end of his reading. He's letting them know persistence and strength. Do not worry. By your endurance you will gain your souls. Not a hair will be harmed on your head. I'm watching over you. And that's the truth about the body of Christ. That's the truth about the church of God, is even with dwindling attendance, we have a promise from God that our church is eternal. And so while we wait, hopefully patiently, but I'm not very good with patience, while we wait for the time of Jesus' return, maybe it happens in our lifetime, maybe it happens in 50 million years. Who knows? But while we wait, I think it's important that we look for holy moments in the midst of it all. Moments where we're reminded of the love of God, of the eternity with which God is with, and to just witness God at work. And the amazing part is we get a chance for that today. Not just worship, but today we witness God's active love. We get to watch God's active love claim little Willow Jean just as it claims all the baptized. In baptism, we truly get to see God at work in her. Now that work does come with responsibilities, not just for the parents, not just for the exorbitant amount of sponsors, not just for the giant family who's here today. Thank you for coming. But for everyone here at this church, it comes with responsibilities to witness a baptism. Responsibilities to make sure that little Willow Jean grows in the world and learns that God is active, that God is alive in the world, and that through her baptism, God is alive in her. Willow Jean Matakavich is a beacon of hope for the body of Christ, just as much as everyone here is a beacon of hope for the body of Christ, a witness to the eternal love of God in this world today. I have faith that God's love is eternal. I have faith that God's church is eternal, that a life in God is eternal. A life in God cannot end because in our life with Christ. We die with Christ, but we're also raised with Christ. And for that I say thanks be to God. Thanks be to God for a chance to be a member in the community of saints. Thanks be to God for the chance to see a new member, Willow Jean Matakavich, be welcomed, labeled beloved, and marked with the cross of Christ forever. May God provide all of us here today with strength and persistence as we await Christ's return. And may God provide us with the faith to say, I want to be ready. I want to be ready. Amen. Now, in honor of that, I want to be ready spirit,